During the month of January 2018, the Study in Portugal Network hosted a group of 16 students and 2 faculty from the Rhode Island School of Design, RISD, one of the top design schools in the world. During that month, they traveled all over the country, from north to south, and met with renowned architects, industrial and interior designers, industry reps, and makers of all kinds of artisanal products made in Portugal. The trip enjoyed precious support from Portuguese industry partners like Amorim Cork, as well as public sector institutions like FabLab Lisboa, the Faculties of Architecture of the Universities of Lisbon and Porto, and the University of Beira Interior, UBI. This was just the beginning of a larger project funded by the Luso-American Development Foundation that hopes to build closer ties between a world design leader like RISD and the creative industry sector in Portugal.
My first time in Europe or out of the United States in general, so this whole trip has been really eye-opening for me, and I have enjoyed like every second. I'd have to say like the most interesting part is just comparing America's infrastructure to Portugal's, and I really enjoyed the textiles and looking at all the wool making factories. So I kind of like everything.
Coming here to Portugal was really great for what I'm studying because material practices is really relative to what I'm studying at school, and SiPN did a really great job organizing things that suited my needs and really helped me with my studies.
What I loved the most about this trip was how to experience not only the traditional and historical culture of Portugal, but also how the modern buildings have harmonized well with the existing city.
Here we actually toured around like a lot of famous architecture, especially for example like Caesar's museum, Caesar's pool, and also a lot of different places around Portugal, which really inspired me a lot in my own study. This culture here is like really rich, and then a lot of crafts and a lot of like beautiful things around the city just makes me feel really like alive here in Portugal.
So on behalf of everybody here at RISD, we just want to give a big thank you to FLAD, SiPN, FabLab, and Amorim for all the materials and the incredible course they set us up with this entire month. Everybody learned so much. We really grew from the beginning to the end, and I think everybody's extremely excited for the ability to take back the knowledge we've learned here and put it in our own practice. We just want to say a big thank you.
We've been here for about a month. FLAD and SiPN have been really central to making our experience absolutely excellent. So both Laura and I have felt really grateful to be here in Portugal, working with the students, learning about the culture, learning about Cork, and having a really amazing time around the country.
The time here has been amazing, very intense. Everything has been beautiful. And then after our travels, our students have come here to the Lisbon Fab Lab, where they've been able to create a project in response to all of this exposure that they've had.
I really appreciate this experience of being in Portugal, and I would describe it as a pleasing culture shock. I really appreciate how FLAD and SiPN were involved to allow us to experience deep into the Portugal culture.
It was a pleasure to have the Rhode Island School of Design this week here at the FabLab Lisboa. We are part of the City Hall, and it really means a lot for us to have you guys here. And it was such a crazy week. Our team was delighted to work with them, and to help them.
I think events like this can create a synergy between the industry and the artists, and we should do it more often to create an idea incubator so that in the future we can take these ideas to apply in the industry and get new products for new applications.
I think this has been a really great experience for us to be able to leave the country, and we've all been really welcomed by the Study in Portugal Network and by the Amorim representatives. They've been really generous with being able to donate their materials for us, and working with the FabLab here in Lisbon has been a great way for us to find new ways to collaborate with people.
It's been a wonderful experience during this whole journey, the past 30 days. And for me personally, this trip has introduced me to so many different architectural themes and material practices here in Lisbon and in Portugal that I hope in the future would help me make more smarter material choices. And I'm happy that this experience was available to me, and I want to thank SiPN, FLAD, and also FabLab Lisboa for hosting us.
I think this is the kind of program that only FLAD and SiPN could really put together, bringing together universities from around the country, bringing together private sector interests and public sector representatives to really give the students an idea of the potential of Cork, and for the RISD students to bring some new and fresh ideas to an industry in which Portugal is a natural world leader. So on behalf of the Luso-American Development Foundation, FLAD, and its program, the Study in Portugal Network, we're really pleased to support this initiative, and we hope to see more of this in the future over the next year and beyond.